Hey pal, good morning. So today, as you can see, we're already out at the park. Today's video is going to be about how I hit 10K steps consistently. So, step one is, I would say, get yourself a good pair of shoes. Walking shoes are very important because without a good pair of shoes, you end up hurting your feet, and that will immediately set back your progress. That's probably one of the worst things that could happen if you're trying to get in walks consistently, is if you get sore feet all the time, or you're like me and I had like blisters under my feet for a little bit, and that's the worst, and that'll screw up your progress. So get some good shoes. I'm gonna link in the description the shoes that I recently bought, and they've been pretty good for walking. So if you guys want to check those out, you can check those out. Second tip for hitting 10K steps a day: find yourself a good park close to your house. As you can see, I've been walking at this park for a few weeks now, and it's been great. This park is about 15 minutes walk away from my house, and I chose this park because by the time that I get out here, I'm already committed, right? I'm already decided that I'm sticking to it and I'm going for a walk. So pick one if you have one close to your house, you can definitely use that. Me, I like to pick one a little farther away just because it helps me to stay locked in. Plus, there's a lot of good shade over here, so find yourself a good park. It helps a lot. Preferably find one with a lot of benches, because if you're just starting out, you're gonna need to rest a little bit. This park has a ton of them, so that's why I like this park. Third tip: get yourself a step tracker. If you get yourself a step tracker, I just use whatever the iPhone fitness app is. So you can see right now, I got about 3,337 steps in. And this is me walking to the park and making one little quick loop around. So track your steps. That way you know how much you're getting in. And then, at the end of the week, you can see your progress and see how many days you hit. And you can be like, yeah, I did that. It's proof that you're ready to make a change, proof that you're actually doing it. So get yourself a step tracker. It's very important. Also, if you can help it, get yourself a park that has ducks. Look at all these ducks. I love coming to the park and seeing ducks. I don't know, something about it just makes me feel good. Nature and stuff. Good reason to get a good park near you is because, for me, this one has a water fountain, and this one also has a bathroom. So if you need to use the bathroom or get some water, that's what a park is good for. Alright, tip number 4. Find yourself a good walking path. I used to do loops around the park, and that's completely fine too. But I found a path that I can walk every day, where if I walk to the end of this path, and then I walk back the same way to my house, I will literally hit 10K steps no matter what. And I just found this out yesterday. I tracked my steps, and this is perfect. Because if you have a path that does that for you, you can actually kind of know how far you're in. It's another way of tracking your steps. And this one has a cool little river too. Check this out. So peaceful and serene back here. There's not a lot of noise, not a lot of action. It's nice, peaceful walking path. Honestly, I love this path because there's so much shade and trees, and there's this cool bridge with more ducks. Look at this. Amazing. 10 out of 10 walking path. Now we go to the bridge. All right, we're at 4,900 steps, just about under 5,000. So we're halfway there. And we've gotten a good walk in. We've got nice, beautiful scenery. We've got epic pond with more ducks. They just don't stop. It's just beautiful. You know, it's nice outside. There's a nice cool breeze. It's nice and sunny. It's perfect weather. Look at that sky. Beautiful. So we're gonna keep going. We're basically at the halfway point. So what I like about this trail too is there's a little bit of a uphill section, so that you get, for me, I get a little bit of extra workout in. You know, it's nothing crazy, but if you can find yourself a good path that has that, do it. All right, I'm taking a small break sitting at this bench. The reason I like this spot a lot is because there's like another waterfall thing like at the other park. Let me show you guys. Check it out. Another little waterfall feature. Pretty cool. Very chill right here. If you can find yourself a good path like this, you will genuinely enjoy your walks a lot more. Like it will feel effortless. It'll feel like just taking a nice stroll, which is exactly what it is, but then you're also getting your steps in. So find yourself a good park, or get yourself some good shoes, find yourself a good park, find yourself a walking path, get a step tracker. And the last thing I can say that makes hitting 10K steps daily easy is if you get yourself a good audiobook. The reason I say get a good audiobook is because if there's anything that I love more than a good walk, is a good story. And when you get immersed in the story of the book, you start to forget, you know, that you're doing this challenge, that you're trying to hit this number. You just get immersed and interested, and it makes this walk feel more like you're just you're listening to a story while being surrounded by nature, you know. And that's an amazing feeling. It really makes me feel like these walks aren't even that tough, you know. It's nothing. I got a good story on. This whole time I've been recording this video, I have had this earbud in, listening to this story. We're like 2 chapters into the story since I started walking. So you get a good book in, you get good walking. All right, we are at the end of the walking path, but we're right next to the highway, as you can see. So when I hit this point, I just turn around. I just turn right around and I walk back the same way I came, the exact same route. So now this is what I basically call like the actual halfway point, because now I just turn around, do the same thing, and then go home, and I hit my 10K every single time. All right, we are at about 8,000 steps. So right now we are back at the epic bridge in the shade, and we're heading back home. We're also about 4 chapters into our story, so I've been having a great time. A lot of cool things been happening. you're a nerd like me, check out He Who Fights with Monsters. It's a great story, lots of good humor, and a magic system. Magic. All right, we made it back to the first park, and we are at about 9,400 steps. So we're almost there. I'm gonna head home and finish this up, and I'll see you guys at home. Hey pal, we're back home. So at the end of our walk, we did 11,863 steps. Pretty good. Throughout the entire week, we basically made up for one of the days where we didn't hit 10,000. I think that one was like 7,000, but we got in a few extra thousand steps throughout the week. So basically, we hit that 10K 6 days this week, which is pretty good. And it's all because I have a system, I have a set path, you know, I found a place that I like to walk, and I got a good book to go with it. Through our whole walk, we got through about 7 chapters of the book. So not only did we get our 10K in, but we also got to listen to a good book with some good storytelling, and it made it seem effortless. I was just immersed in the story, immersed in the recording, and I feel great. My feet, now that I've gotten the chance to sit down for a little bit, they're not even that sore, bro. Like, they're not even sore, honestly. Now that I'm sitting down, we are a-okay. So obviously, it's not going to be that way the first time you do it, but the more that you get out there, the more that you walk, the more you hit that 10K, you're going to get used to it, and your body will get used to it, and it'll be so much easier. A really good quote that came up when I was listening to those chapters is when one of the characters says, "You have the heart for it, but until you have the mindset to match, all you're going to do is fail. Only you can decide how much you're willing to go through to do the right thing." So it's up to you, bro. Only you can decide how much you're willing to do what's right, you know, do what's right for you. And that's why having a great system for doing things like these walks, or doing your workouts, or even if you're doing dieting, you know, anything really, anything you want to do, only you can decide how much you're willing to go through to do the right thing. But that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for coming on a walk with me. If you like the message of the video, please subscribe. We're going to go on more walks. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep uploading. I'm going to go sit in front of a fan now. It's going to feel pretty good. All right. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.